On New Year's Eve, the class advisor suddenly left the group
Immediately
chat and
afterwards,
rejoined. A message
the
was
teacher
sent
is
saying,
all alone at
"You've
school.
all gone home.
It's
Come
so
back and be
pitiful."
with me." Students in the group all responded with ha ha. Teacher, stop teasing us. How could you possibly be at school on
Happy
New
New
Year's
Year.
Eve? Teacher, we also want to see you when
We
school
all miss
starts
you
again.
so much.
Teacher, remember to eat
We want to
dumplings
win too.
and set
I can't
off
wait to go back
firecrackers
to
on
school
New
and
Year's
see
Eve.
you all.
So, you all want to go back to school
That's great.
to see me
I'm
too?
waiting for you at school now.
I've prepared dumplings and firecrackers
For party
you.
members.
Everyone just took it as a joke.
I
smiled knowingly. They didn't care that I was lying in the bedroom. Zhao Xian heard her mother calling from the living room. I'm here for New Year's Eve dinner. I quickly grabbed my phone. I walked out of the bedroom
what
door
came into view
and went out.
was
It
the
was the
living
school
room.
dormitory. But click. The dormitory door behind me
I
automatically
can't open it
locked.
no matter what
Are
I
you
do.
kidding me? I'm clearly at home. Did someone make an exact replica of this room? Is this a prank? But this prank isn't funny at all. I ran to the dormitory window. The window wouldn't open. Looking at the familiar garden below, the familiar playground in the distance. It really was the school. I quickly took out my phone and called my mom. Discovered no phone signal. Mobile phone also has
Dorm
no Wi-Fi
network.
is also unavailable. Just then, XX dorm door opens. It's my roommate. When a yak came in, he looked confused. I had just opened the door to go into the kitchen. How did I end up back? Why is Little Fairy here? I shook my head, though I didn't know what had happened. But I checked the details of the dorm. This is definitely our dorm. Aya picked up a chair and tried smash the window. To smash the window open, just like
No matter
steel. How hard he
like
tried.
ordinary glass.
He couldn't
No
even
dormitory
break a
door
crack. The
was
window
locked.
was locked. 0 1 2 39,760. 0 hours 1 minute and 40 seconds. 560. No signal. 62. 0
My fingers
hours
were
1
almost
minute
crushed
and
by
40
the
seconds.
door.
Although the dormitory doors and windows
soundproofing
were
was
locked,
still
I could hear
0
crying
hours,
from
1
other
minute and
dormitories.
42
There were shouts
seconds.
and angry
There
curses.
are sounds of
I
scrambling.
glanced at my 3 roommates.
We could only
It looks
wait
like
for
all
the
the
next
students
while.
in the dormitory
63.
building have
A
returned.
is
0
still
hours
trying to
1
smash
minute
that
and
iron
42
hard
seconds.
glass.
Ding Ding's eyes are brimming with
760
tears. 0 hours. My
1
parents will be
minute
so
and
worried
46
when they
seconds.
find
What to
out
do?
I'm missing.
Oh,
Agu looks
sixo.
indifferent.
This is much
Soon
more
after,
interesting than a
Agu,
boy
why are
and
you
me
crying?
crying.
I take a
Pushed
deep
open the
dormitory door.
Everyone
Since
came
someone
in.
made
Don't
us
panic.
come back,
64.
there must be a purpose.
0
Someone will
1 to
definitely come
46
looking
just
for
then.
us. Our dorm's
Zero
loudspeaker
hours,
blared.
1
It was
minute
our
and 49
advisor's voice
seconds.
welcoming everyone back to
440.
school for New
I'm
Year's.
so
During
happy.
this time,
To
I tried to
reciprocate the
open the
students'
dormitory door.
enthusiasm
I prepared
while
a
they were
grand
coming
fireworks
in.
display.
The
Fireworks will be
65.
scattered throughout the
0
school. We even
1 to
prepared fireworks in your dorm room.
49,440.
The fireworks will light up
0
at 9
hours,
p.m.
1
sharp.
minute
Very
and
beautiful.
50
However,
seconds.
if you don't find the
840.
fireworks in your
But the
dorm
dormitory
room and turn
door
them
could
off
get blown
automatically.
before 9
Friendly
p.m.
reminder.
66.
Please rent fireworks
0
for family.
hours,
If
1
there aren't
minute
enough
and
living
50
dead
seconds.
people in the
Won't
dorm,
detonate.
then the people in the next
0
dorm
hours,
shouted.
1 minute
This
and
proof
50
by the
seconds.
counselor is too much. Take us home
120.
the same way you
And with
brought us
tremendous
back.
strength.
I'm going to complain to the school
Even
about
just
you. Opening the dorm door would be fine.
Let
I
us
immediately
leave.
checked my phone's network and call signal. Strangely, the phone still has no network. The guys in the
signal.
next dorm are getting impatient and telling us to
Otherwise,
leave.
I'll
What?
call the police
Looking
if I
for
go out.
fireworks
Crazy
in the
during the
dorm.
New
Year. We don't have time to play games with you here. We also need a reasonable
Amidst a
explanation. Deluge of curses, the party member spoke again to calm everyone down, to convince everyone that what I said was
I'll
true. Randomly set off fireworks in one of the dorm
All
rooms.
students,
please be careful with your
A
ears.
huge
roar suddenly rang out. My eardrums were throbbing painfully. I felt the walls and roof shaking beneath my feet. One of the dormitories in the building exploded. Many dorm rooms next door have gone
After
quiet.
a long while,
Someone in the next dorm room suddenly shouted that the dorm next to mine had
There are
exploded.
people
in the next
Advisor.
dorm room. Advisor. He just
If the
killed
bomb
someone.
in the dormitory
will be
and
blown
found
up too.
too.
The counselor is actually
Someone
serious.
save us.
It's 8:50 now. Only 10 minutes left until 9 o'clock. It's not hard to guess that everyone is starting to look for fireworks in the dorm. Chen Sheng said there was no
Quickly
time to
searching
think
for
about anything else.
firecrackers
Everyone
in the
knows
dorm.
their own things best. A single firecracker can destroy
It must
a
be
dormitory.
huge.
I immediately emphasized not to think about things from
Everything
the
we've
factory's
experienced
perspective. So far has been very
firecrackers
bizarre.
can
Can be any shape and any size. Everyone searched for 5 minutes, but couldn't find
Ding
any
Ding
trace
simply
of the
lay down on
His
his
voice
table.
was trembling with tears. Hurry
Are you
up
trying
and
to kill me?
Aya became furious. He smashed the piggy bank. Ding Ding's crying grew louder and louder. The crying made me irritable. I turned to look at everyone. Their elaborate efforts can't be a dead end. There's still a way. We've turned off all the lights and all electrical appliances. The firecrackers might have a countdown timer. Maybe there will be light. Ting-ting, pouting and muttering. But I'm afraid
Don't turn
of the
off
dark.
the
I
lights.
completely ignored him. I got up and turned off
Everyone
the light. Else turned off their phones. Light from the computer. The dormitory was plunged into darkness. I tried to find any strange light sources. Ultimately not found. I glanced at the time. Another minute had passed. Just then, a figure suddenly attacked me from the darkness. It was Ding Ding. He picked up a fruit knife and stabbed at me. Aya saw this and pushed me away. A gruesome wound was slashed across his arm by a fruit knife. I kicked Ding Ding hard, splitting him in two. I helped the injured Aya. Agu also came to his senses, turned on the light, looked going to kill Zixian, and shouted, "Are you crazy, Ding Ding?" Aya and Agu were still arguing with him. I quickly picked up the fruit knife and stabbed it into Ding Ding's thigh. Ding Ding screamed in pain. I stared at him and said, "If you dare to have any other thoughts again, Ding Ding's face turned deathly pale, hiding in the corner. He dared not speak again, clutching his bleeding leg. Ding Ding's cries trembling. I quickly caught a very faint ticking sound. Right on Ding Ding's bed, it was an exquisite music box. I quickly stepped forward and picked up the music box. Ding Ding pounced on me. It was a gift from my girlfriend, and Ergu immediately restrained Ding Ding. I slammed the music box onto the ground. The music box shattered. Inside, there was a small toy shaped like a firecracker. There was a countdown timer in the center of the toy. There was a small button on top. 1 to 1119. I quickly stepped forward and pressed the button to set off the firecracker. The hearts of us in the dorm finally settled down. Only Ding Ding inside shouted, "Why did you touch the gift my girlfriend gave me? They're going to smash my music box too." A huge explosion drowned out Ding Ding's words. The dormitory building shook violently. We all had to hold onto our beds to stay upright. I even had a feeling the dormitory building might collapse. Many dormitories must have exploded simultaneously. At the same time, fireworks were also blooming outside the fireworks were beautiful, but we had no mind to appreciate them. I quickly ran to the window and looked outside as people wearing clown masks were setting off fireworks. Not even a crack appeared in the glass windows. This is too weird. I've had enough. Where is the counselor? Please let us go. Open the dormitory door. Let's go. Then the instructor's voice came over the loudspeaker again, congratulating everyone on especially seeing the grand fireworks when those dorm rooms exploded. Fireworks and explosions mixed. It was truly magnificent. Although it's a pity you weren't killed by the fireworks and firecrackers can for the safety of all students. We will now begin full-scale eliminate the hidden dangers. Fire is very dangerous. For the safety of the students, staying in bed during firefighting is not allowed. The counselor's words left me completely confused. The dorm next door is starting to discuss firefighting again. What the heck? I can't even stay in the dorm. Just any ideas on how we all be doomed? We finally found that firework. Are we going to be burned to death in the dorm again? Everyone, please check your dorm rooms for flammable and explosive items. After a series of strange events, everyone no longer doubted the party members' words. I think what they said makes sense. Let's hurry up and look for our own flammable and explosive items. Everyone is most familiar with their own things. had already wrapped the knife wounds on their arms and legs. Aya turned around and started rummaging through his things. However, sat motionless. I can't rummage through my things. If a fire breaks out, it was not my fault who just stabbed me. They deserve to be burned to death. Seeing this, Aya and Agu looked at Ding Ding with unfriendly expressions. Ding Ding didn't back down at all. He took out a cigarette from his pocket and lit it with a lighter. He blew out a puff of smoke. The lighter's flame didn't go out. Believe it or not, I'll light it right now. Finally, head to the dorm. Ding Ding glared at me fiercely. I completely ignored him. The party member's words sound more like rules. If it's a rule, then analyzing what he just said, the danger should actually come from putting out the fire. Just then, what we should be preventing is the other dormitory door remained tightly closed. This prevented the water from draining. Agu analyzed from the side. It was too illogical. Our dormitory is on the 6th floor. But the water flow was too strong. Not only was her view blocked, she couldn't even get close to the window. The dormitory wasn't big. Ding Ding let out a scream. The water in the dormitory was rising higher and higher. Ding Ding tried to climb onto the bed to hide. The bed was the highest place he could hide on. But the dormitory bed had somehow become covered in sharp spikes.